Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Hello, Slothinator. Hello, Let's Race and Blackbod. You guys, creepy, creepy quick. All right. Let's see what's going on here. All right, let's put some music on while I sort out. Oh, whoa, what's going on there? While I sort out all of my coughing. Sort out my coughing. Yeah, Slothinator. What? What a cool name. Alright, so I've got a whole heap of links here. So let's just recap, because recapping is that's the way things go. So let's have a look at where I got to. Alright, well this guy would go backwards and forwards, but it wasn't great. Hello, Harta. Does this mean I'll be streaming regularly again? Well, because there's less stress attached to doing this, it makes it easier. This is now a relaxing thing to do rather than a thing to do. You know what I mean? I'm pointing not at the camera. There's the big finger attack. You too can have a finger like mine. If you pick your nose enough, anything's possible. That's what I promised myself. Let's have a look. Oh, someone's retweeting me. Okay, that's what that beeping's about. See, Teasel, Weasel Cat. So anyway, yeah. So the physics breaks down. It's a bit rubbish. So I started reading the Box 2D documentation, because that's what the physics in Love 2D is. It's Box 2D. Ha ha ha. And I also did some searching online about what other people were saying. Now, here's some interesting stuff. So this is actually the Box 2D GitHub repo. Hello, Unsigned Short. Oh, he's even got the long form of the name. He's not like U16 then or something. Right. So, Box 2D. There's some interesting stuff here. Let's have a look. Maths and physics. What units does Box 2D? So this is an interesting one. Yeah, it is a great markdown format, isn't it? What units does Box 2D use? Box 2D is tuned for meters, kilograms, seconds. Your moving object should be between 0.1 and 10 meters. Do not use pixels as units. You will get jittery simulation. How do I convert pixels to meters? Suppose you have a sprite for character that's 100 by 100 pixels. You decide to use a right. So yeah, I want my box to be whatever it was, 1 meter by 1. So there's set meter. So not Box 2D, I don't think does this, but this does. So let's go and have a look. Sets the scale of the world. The world scale is the number of pixels per meter. Try to keep your shape sizes less than 10 times this scale. The default scale for new worlds is 30 pixels per meter. Okay. So I thought that was potentially going to be something that was a big bodge to start with. I've set it at 16, but it turns out that wasn't the main thing, because I thought originally it was a one-to-one relationship, but it's not. So we're doing all right. So that was something I spotted yesterday. Let's have a look. Yeah, where are we? Box 2D uses Gal Seidel. Does it really? Who'd have guessed? Not me. I love that song. Let's replay it because I'm dull. Let's have a look. Does Box 2D also does not have exact collision? Now this is an issue, right? So if you saw on Twitter, I put up my Twitter message was, can we meld physics and proper character control? No. Now I'm convinced that this isn't going to work. Oh, Mr. Ray March. Teasel, 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 teasel. So yeah. So something that cropped up is that the character control is so anti-physics simulation, right? Because basically, think about it. I mean, the kind of stuff we're talking about is to simulate a player, like who can jump, who can crouch, who can hang on walls, who can double jump. These things, you know, the approximation of a box with forces applied to it, it doesn't work. It is too bad an approximation, too rough to get even close. Now, I kind of thought this when I started doing it, but I went along and tried it. And so what looks feasible? Ray March, yeah, I do lots of silly stuff in my character controller. Right, yeah. So what has been suggested, and is something I'm going to try in a minute. Unpause. Oh, unpause only for 10 minutes, the part-timer. So what I'm thinking is to use Box 2D for dynamic objects, such as boxes falling or whatever, but the player character is not solid. And in fact, we move the player character around manually. We just move it. We don't apply forces or whatever, or maybe we do. But the point is that we'll negate and invert and do whatever we need to give it the correct velocity when it hits a wall or something. And just use Box 2D for collision detection. Now, when we've got a box-like world, like this, right? So this is just a box at the moment, a set of boxes, right? So you're thinking, well, why bother using Box 2D to simulate that? Well, apart from the fact that it's a universal solution, and then we can introduce, we can put proper objects into the scene, right, as well. But it gives slopes, and if I've got moving platforms, or more interestingly, the ones that interest me more are rotating objects, right? So elevators that move up and down, they're still going to be orthogonal, axis aligned, I mean, and that's not the biggest deal. But rotating objects, yeah, man, that is a big deal. It's a yay big deal. Right. Person who never tried to grab stuff in a video game physics sim. Well, yeah. I'm not looking for that. What I want is to be able to have my character control and to be able to do what I need. So this is the benefit of well, it's a hybrid, right? So if I take the character out from being a solid object, I'll still get the collision events from Box 2D. They won't be quite so detailed, so there won't be contact points apparently. So I'm still going to have to check, oh, it overlaps, which way does it overlap? And then resolve it myself. And it also will cause problems if my player character actually wanted to interact with something in the background. So that's a bit of a downer, innit? Sure is. So, but I'm quite content while I'm farting around to just have real physics objects not actually interact with the player, right? They'll be purely graphical, whatever, right? Yeah, I do resolving stuff also myself. Well, it's interesting, and yeah, that's quite cool. So what is nice, well, obviously Box 2D is a physics system that operates on delta time. So if I can create my velocity and stuff for the player based on your 7 Out Dead Cat, hello, your comment just stopped me in my tracks as I read it, and I'm like, huh? So you've totally derailed me with that message. Great. Yeah, it means that the game itself will become hello, not a robot. The game itself will become non-frame rate dependent, frame rate independent, and that's a good thing, right? Right. What this means is it constraints. Yeah. So I found out, I guessed, but I found out that Box 2D pushes objects apart to resolve collisions, and and I guessed that because that's why I think things were going wrong here. Let me try and rerun it so you guys can see it. Oh, damn it, I wasn't quick enough. Alright, so it's stuck on there, and then if we do this, look. Yeah. And it's not, it's because it's an imperfect solver. Oh no, that is actually the correct gap. But I did have it so that the gap was incorrect. In fact, that's not nearly as dramatically going wrong as it was yesterday. There we go. Like, what the hell is that? There we go. Like, that is so wrong. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what's going on there, but I know that it's wrong. Is the parallax scrolling still not smooth? I don't know because I'm running it slowly, so I actually can't tell. 7 Out Dead Cat's still going with the infinite universe paradox, but I'll let you do that quietly over there. Tell me when you're being human again. So, tile-based environment. Using many boxes for your terrain may not work well because box-like characters can get snagged on internal corners. Oh, well there you go. In general, you should avoid using a rectangular character because collision tolerances will still lead to undesirable snagging. Interesting. So I hadn't actually read that far. Asteroid type coordinates does not have support for coordinate frame wrapping. Determinant. Yep, I recommend reading this article. Yep, that's good. Why is the restitution friction mixing inaccurate? So the question of accuracy has been answered. Failure, okay. What are the biggest mistakes? Using pixels for length instead of meters, expecting Box 2D to give pixel perfect results. Using B2 polygon to create concave polygons. Yes, testing their code in release mode. Not learning C++ before using Box 2D, not reading this fact. Okay, interesting stuff there. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Box stuck in level ground. I'm making a platformer right now, and I've noticed a bad problem right now. I'm creating each tile as a separate static box, and they form a smooth surface. As the character slides around, it will frequently get stuck between two tiles. You have to change the shape of the box. You make your character round on the bottom. Or C, use edge shapes instead. What's an edge shape? Yesterday we were talking about crisps and now we're on the verge of an existential crisis. I know, at this kind of rate of conversation intelligence improvement, tomorrow, I guess, I don't know, we'll just cease to be and become mere puffs of our own imagination. Cool, huh? So this edge chain stuff, I'll have to have a look at this. Let's see if this. Let's see what this is. Get flash. No, let's not bother. Right, well that was the end of that one. Yeah, I'm not sure this is the same issue I'm seeing. So you're going to replace the polygons with a single chain shape for the outline to avoid the sticking problem. Yeah, okay. So, chain edge things. I don't know what this is, so let's go and have a look. Where is it? Alright, so let's go. We're looking at love physics, I think. Yeah, there we are. So, new chain shape. If the chain should loop back to the first point, that's interesting. Collision with chain shapes can act. Let's have a look. Whoa. That's weird. Okay. So we can do a new chain shape. So let's go and have a look at tiled and see if we have a chain there. I'm going to make a new layer for this. Right. So I'm gonna do a chain around here. Sods. Alright, and so I'll call this chain 01. So we can do a different search on this. Now that's really not showing up much at all, is it? Not really. Delete node. There we go. Okay, so that's our chain. So we'll save that, and what am I gonna do? Create world from map. So we're back in here. From map chains. Alright, now, where's my docs? New chain shape. So what I need to find out is, oh, okay, STI tiled lure. Ooh. It's probably a polyline. Let's actually have a look at the level. Yeah, it's a polyline. So that's a pain, isn't it? It unpacks it that way. I can't remember how to do unpacking in Lua. Yeah, even that's not going to work because this has got X and Y labels. That's a bit of a shame. Array from X, Y, array, something like that. I don't know what to call this. Do-do-do-do. Ach. I like that song. Oh, does it again. Um, or does it push? I can't remember. I can't remember my lure. Oh, okay, it's table insert. Okay, so that should be that. Let's stick it in there. No. Let's see if that works. Right, so I'm pretty sure we're using the chain now, and the way I'm going to find that out is just by commenting that out, just to ensure. Damn it. It wasn't. Yeah, okay, so that's definitely using the chains. So, who's off? Who's off? Unpause, see a dude. So, let's try running that again and see if it breaks up. Brilliant. It looks like it's doing exactly the same thing, and switching to a polyline has not solved anything. I am surprised. There's probably a way of doing this. Sorry, I just want to... actually, let's just do that. I'm curious to see how the... Yeah, so what you can see is that this is just rubbish. And for physics, it's correct, right? I'll assume it's correct. I'm not going to knock it. But the results are way, way less than happy. Like, if you're running up here, pow. What is going on? How am I managing to break such a well-respected... I don't know if the physics are fine, actually. This is just weird. Yeah, you can directly set the velocity, but there's... Why did that ricochet then? Have I tried adding mass to the player? Well, surely add chain... Well, I can do. You can directly select the set velocity. Yeah, my point is that regardless of doing those things, right? The issue isn't it's floaty. It's not about the velocity. I'm not pressing a key and it's intersecting the walls. That's a basic no, don't do that for a physics engine, right? Is don't intersect. Now... I can try replacing the player with a sphere. So we'll do that. We'll just do that. We'll just do that. All right, we'll just do that. Maybe this will just fix it. I don't know. Let's try that. So I'm still going to be rendering it as a box, but the actual collision mesh shape is going to be a sphere. Okay, so that's just I'm drawing it off center. That's interesting. Ugh. Oh, damn you from switching between Macs and Windows. Yeah, that does feel better. Let's try it. But we're basically back at the kind of problem I had before, which is this isn't what I want. Oh yeah, this is going to make it shoot into the sky. Oh, there we go. Well, we can make it fly. So the simulation is better. There is clearly just a fundamental bodge with box versus box. It just isn't. It just doesn't work. Maybe there's I'm misusing the API or something. I don't know. It doesn't seem that likely, but yep, sphere works. The thing is a sphere actually come back? Come back. All's forgiven. Come back. Nope, lost it. Some flipping yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, because I don't. I'm sure there's a way of duplicating this. Quick, let me go and find out. Tiled. How to add point on polyline. Okay, so what I'd have to do is select these and choosing split segments. So is there a select points or something? No, I'm a bit confused. Okay. All right. Well, that is rubbish. Yeah. Okay. So what I have to do is to select 2 nodes and then right-click split segments. All right. Well, I'll finish what I was going to do anyway. So. So what I'm doing is I'm making this an enclosed system. Now I wonder, is there a way of me marking this as looped? Don't know. That'll be good enough for now, I'm pretty sure. Right, let's rerun that. What were you planning on looking at after Love 2D? I don't know. It depends where I go with this. So I genuinely don't know. I'm not experimenting particularly for the sake of it. Now, oh, it doesn't like that, does it? It's stuck now. So we're back there with that same kind of issue of it getting stuck. So I could new circle shape times 0.5. And then if I subtract a tiny piece, but we're basically making lots of hacks simply because it's realistic, whatever that means, right? Right, is it going to fit down this gap at the right? Nope. Try again. Well, why is that happening? That is a significant border I'd taken off, or size I'd shrunk the collision sphere by, but it didn't seem to make a difference. I am surprised by that. So I'll tell you what, this is basically making me think. Don't use the physics at all. Like, if you can't even slot a shape that's roughly the right size into it, I've had to shrink that from being, I don't know. Oops. There's so many compromises here, right? It's irritating. Okay. While I'm being a Wally. Oh. So I'm just going to do something to do with this. So rubbish. So love updates. Do. Oh, it uses seconds, doesn't it? Right, local sphere equals. Right, let's go and have a look at this. So all I'm going to do is remind myself why physics is cute. That's it, basically. Oh no, we can't do that. Do 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 do. Not a robot. Thanks for Zifalu. Roll your own physics. There's some good collision libraries for Love 2D. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's worth mucking around. I mean, like, what I'm about to test now is I'm just reminding myself of why it's nice to use something like this. So for a proper physics solver, there's no point me writing my own. I cannot do anywhere near as good a job. But for a player character controller, then it's different because it's all hacks anyway, right? But the problem is do we want these two different discrete systems to interact? In an ideal world, yes. But if not, like if the compromise was that the two systems can't interact, I'd probably be all right with that. Right. So table dot insert spheres. Oh, what? Automatic. Right, so this should be adding more things. Now I'm just going to check it runs. In my game, physics interaction of the player is one way. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Annex 82. It's because this isn't JavaScript. All right. Oh, main Lua 91. That's interesting. Oh, that's because it's... Yay for abbreviations, which I don't normally do, so I'm not quite sure why I did that. Oh, dispenser doesn't exist. Really? That's interesting. Oh, there it is. Maybe I didn't re-export or something. I don't know. No, it's not liking it, is it? So for kv in pairs map dot objects, do v dot name. I mean, I could do this is the other way of accessing it, but they are the same thing basically. You silly prat. That was the error. Ah. Okay, so this is actually creating balls. We just can't see them. So what I'll do when it comes to drawing, so we draw that layer, foreground, player, draw. So we'll draw them before the player. So for Doogadung, doogadung, doogadoogadung. Where's graphics? What's draw mode? Ha! Ha! You prat. Right, well that's why physics engines are cool, right? Because there's no way I could write that on my own. And don't get me wrong, it is genuinely really appealing. Like, that's great. Yep, that's pretty darn cool. Yeah, damn it. That is cool. I'll tell you what, while I'm mucking around, Alright. Okay, that was about a bit dumb. Bit dumb. How do I set the color on that? I don't like the color. Is there a set yeah, just set color. Oh wow, it's changing the colour of the background as well. That was unexpected. There we go. So yeah, so gravity on that looks a bit rubbish, but that is so appealingly cool. A good internet as a service provider. No idea. I don't do anything, so I can't help with that. Lack of types in Lua can be a pain. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Maybe I should do some JavaScript and Phaser stuff. Yeah, maybe. Phaser is a JavaScript game engine. I use, for my day-to-day job, I'm using Pixie.js, which is just a renderer. But it's a good one. So, what do I do? What do I do here? So, let's go back to the docs. Box 2D, sensor. Nope. So let's just read through this. Box 2D sensor. Alright, let's just pick something at random and have a read. In the previous topic, we saw some settings that can be used to prevent two fixtures from colliding. They just pass through each other as if they couldn't see each other at all, even though we can see on the screen that they're overlapping. While this might be the physical behaviour we want, it comes with a drawback. Since the fixtures don't collide, they never give us any begin contact, end contact information. What if we want to have two entities not collide, like the ships and the aircraft, but we still wanted to get some feedback about when they're overlapping? I'm reading this, by the way. What if we... A fixture. The fixture can be made into a sensor by setting the in-sensor member of the fixture definition to true when you create it. Sensors behave as if their mask bits are set to 0. They never collide with anything, but they do generate begin contact, end contact callbacks to let us know when they start or stop overlapping another fixture. All other features of sensor fixtures remain the same. They can be added to any type of body. They still have a mass and will affect the overall mass of the body they're attached to. You can have more than one fixture on a body, so you can have a mix of solid shapes and sensors, allowing for all kinds of neat things. Here are a few ideas. Detect entities entering or leaving a certain area. Switches to trigger an event. Detect ground under player character. A field of vision for an entity. Okay. Oh, I need a drink. I'm actually pretty tired, guys. That's I know I started streaming late, but now I'm yawning my head. I'm yawning my head. As opposed to yawning my elbow like normal. This is interesting, using sensors just for visibility checking and stuff. Yeah. AWS. Yeah, so I understand what that's doing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so if it's a sensor. Okay, what we could do is let's see how the mask bits work. I'm gonna try some seeing else here. So what's on my mind? Okay, so I'm trying to... there are mask bits. So you can create collision groups, which means that you can make sure certain things don't interact with others. So if I turn off... No. What am I thinking? Okay, so our player body contains two fixtures. One which collides with everything but the world, and the other which is a sensor, which is when we actually detect collision with the world. Huh. I need the loo, and I'm going to get a drink. I'll be back in a minute. Cat's flopping. I'm still streaming, by the way, but what's up? I boiled the kettle. All right. What did I miss? Quasi's hosting while I'm away. Yeah. Oh, go on, give us a raid. No, I'm here. I am shocked, nay offended, nay surprised, nay repetitive. Hello, Quasi. How you doing? That's if you're there. Tall and happy. Hello there. Turns in. Yeah. All right, dude. And Cool Crisis. All right, mate. Yeah. That 91 viewers host, though. Great. You get to see me not doing the physics correctly. Doing good. How am I? I'm all right. How's Shotgun Farmers doing? What are you doing now? Are you still working on it? Basically, I haven't been watching anybody's streams because there's too much else on the internet or something like that, or I'm lazy. So if anybody doesn't know Quasi TV, well, it wasn't. Was it recently? About 3 months ago, released a game, Shotgun Farmers. Oh yeah, on Steam. Go and buy it. Buy it. It's on early access right now. Yeah, Max. There was a time when I actually got most of the way through the internet, but you know, there's been a sudden influx of cat pictures, and now it's a lot harder. Yeah. So. I can't see how I can resolve this. I genuinely can't, because I want pixel perfect control, but physics simulations simply don't give it to me. They simply don't give it to me. Now, if I could work out how to, all I need to do it myself is to sort out the equations of motion. I mean, yes, it's extra work to deal with slopes and stuff, but that's okay. It's okay, Rob. Don't get scared. What am I making? Well, the goal is so I've been working on a project for a couple of years, and to say I could do with a tiny break elsewhere is an understatement. So I'm just trying to get some half decent character control, and then I'm going to set up a sort of 2D scene to see what I can do for some gameplay, such as and fulfilling the things that I want to do that aren't code based, right? So I can sit here and code for hours, years even, and I have done. But what I would like, what creative itch I would like to scratch is to do with creating a very rich world. So for example, this world might have birds flying around, grass blowing, leaves in the wind, sun rising, setting, whole heap of things. I am trying to find love and that, yes, in all the wrong places. And so that richness of a scene, and this isn't about high fidelity graphics, it's just about a lot of attention to detail. That interests me a lot. And the other one is to do something where I can start trying to create some kind of story, because I want to do something that's got an emotional impact, or is just interesting to players because they care about characters, story, whatever. Like a very polished but small game, yes. So this is Love 2D. This is a Lua-based 2D engine. Thanks for following. Mokadojag 434. I bet I've got that wrong, and I did an accent at the end. I don't know why I did that. Well, yeah. So just a prototype, but the reality is that everybody who tries to use a physics engine to have a well-controlled character, right, such as Super Metroid or Mario, you end up with problems because the one is a general solution and the other is full of awful hacks that aren't real life at all. They don't work well together. And I've tried a few things. I mean, I say tried a few things. I've spent about 3 hours trying. And I'm not surprised the conclusion I'm heading for, actually. I thought I could do a hybrid thing with collisions, but it's very important for me, like... Thanks, Mr. Windows. It's important for me to not have issues like my collision for the player is now a sphere. I mean, I'm rendering a yellow box, but it's actually a sphere, which is why I can go around that corner. That is not good, right? There you go. Look, I'm resting on it. So if I want to have pixel perfect control, I can't use the physics engine. So does that mean I can then I could write my own physics? In fact, yeah, all right, that's something I'm going to try and do. I'm now going to take my character out of the physics system and control it directly. So it's not even going to be affected by gravity. We'll just move it up, down, left and right. And then I'm going to see if I can shadow it with an object in the physics system and move that to match where my manually controlled character is, and then see if I can then blaze a trail through this world. That'll be interesting, he said, hopefully. Yeah, let's try that. Not that one. That's my other day job. No, it's not that one either. There we go. Right. Sorry, so I'm just doing this in git commit temp physics test 1 player is a physics system result character hard or character impossible to control. All right. So now I can start butchering to my heart's content because I've always got a point to go back to. All right. Ray March remembers when Rob averaged that amount of viewers. Well, you can, if you ever, I mean, I do it occasionally, but if you look at my viewer count, yes, I need to be regular, but I can generally, if I was streaming during the day, I'd quite easily get back to like 70, 80 viewers and stuff. What do they use for the physics? Box 2D. Yes, they do. Yep. So, so first of all, I'm going to just turn off. I'm just going to control it myself. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this shape. We have got the world in there, but that's not something I need to worry about. And self.x, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of the applying force as well. So what am I going to do? Self.x equals self.x plus 1. Well, this is hard. No one's ever written this before. TR Lucifer 666, thank you. Max Askew, thanks for following. I sounded a bit desperate there, didn't I? Thank you for following. So let's just, this will mean that my character is controlled, but, well, something might go wrong actually. Let's go and have a look. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, okay. Well, whoa, crazy. Huh? You can give your daughter chicken tonight. Yeah, we'll do chicken on camera. Tisa likes chicken. She loves chicken. Sometimes she wants to eat chicken so much she wants to be a chicken. You should be able to have a kinematic body then still interact with the physics. Well, yes, but the trouble is, right, is that the way you move objects in a physics system is by applying forces. What I'm going to be doing is not applying a force. I'm just going to be moving something effectively making it vanish and reappearing in space. And instead of like having instead of this moving gently and pushing the balls away, it's going to act like an infinite force. So it wouldn't surprise me if when I do the next step that these balls go haywire. They genuinely may just explode in the system. They'll probably stay within the confines, but they might not. I might actually be imparting so much force that they step over the boundary and just zoom out. Won't that be fun, he said needlessly. Right, so let's actually go and do this. So I'm going to reintroduce the body. And so when I move this, I now need to set. Gosh, let's go and check the documentation. I bet it says don't do this. Love physics. So I suspect we checked that we deal with moving the fixture or the body. Well, let's look at the body first. Apply force. Apply get. Where's set? Oh, what's gravity scale? I probably need to know that. Yeah, so we'll need to turn gravity off because we don't want it dropping in the system. Of course we don't. Right, so instance.body set gravity. Thanks, Natangam. Cheers. Scale. Right. So that means it's not going to move. Now, it might get pushed around. So what we can do is give it an enormous mass. Let's make it massive. Set mass. The mass in kilograms. Right. So I'm... Okay, so what else do we want to do? Set linear velocity. Okay, that's cool. Ah, well, there you go. Set X and set Y. All right, so what we'll do... Wow, this is going to be hard, isn't it? I find this interesting because... basically, I don't know what's going to happen, but I suspect it's not going to be... Just don't make it a dynamic body, make it a kinematic one. Well, what have I set it down at? What's the difference between kinematic and dynamic? I actually don't know. Box 2D, dynamic versus kinematic. Let's have a look. A static body, which isn't affected by wild forces. But can be moved with a linear velocity like a dynamic body. Yes, you might. You could be right. Okay, let's change that to kinematic. I'm still going to try. I'll still run this. Right. Well, oh, there we go. I told you. Now, the truth is that I shouldn't really be. Okay, so we've lost some outside the system. Yeah, so if it's forcing things to jump. So, I mean, like, if I squash that there, that. But actually, that's not bad. That's... Try that. Oh, that's a bit slow. Now, there's a lot of penetration going on there. This is probably not a happy thing for it to solve very well. Oh, no. It's because it's a sphere. It's because it's a sphere. Let's actually go back to making this a square. A square. But I'll be honest, that was better than I thought. Thanks, Tall and Happy. Well, you may have just solved my problem for me, so that's good. Ah, we've got the offset. The good old offset problem. How do I do this? There's something funny to do with where we set these up. Let's try that. Okay, so I'm going to try and squeeze that. Let's see what happens. Yep, it's going to get unhappy. But you know what? I can live with that. So obviously if I'm coming up, that is all right. That's all right, actually. I am happily surprised. That's Unsil, thanks for following. What is this? I don't know, but I'm not listening to it. Breath of the Wild. Can't get enough of that OST. Completely overdosing on it, as a man with no self-constraint has. Self-constraint. Self-restraint, not constraint. Now, the only thing is I'll have to write my own collision detection routine. Now against this world, that's not that big a deal, not really. And I can do, so when it comes to this kind of stuff where we've got climbing and all of these things, we don't, the contact point. Okay, so let me rewind. One of the things about Box 2D is that when collisions occur, it returns information about the contact point. But if we've got something flat, a box against a box, a single contact point doesn't well represent it. We've got a surface, we've got an area of collision, right? So if I'm making a, if this is a ladder to the left, let's assume that was a ladder to the left. I can do cell-based collision, generally, yes. I mean, for the block stuff, that's fine, but you'd probably want to write something that's a bit better to include slopes and whatever. But yes, basically black the bod. Yeah, so you want to check the whole collision area, because if I'm jumping and, you know, the ladder starts 16 pixels above the ground, you know, I want if any of this overlaps that block. So actually, at the moment now, that's interesting. That he wasn't nudging that. Why not? I don't know. Yeah, you need to check the whole surface area anyway. First thing I'm going to do is shrink these things because they're clearly getting in the way. Let's just see how crazy this can get. This is why I like kind of stressing physics systems. It's just too much fun. Actually, I'm going to speed that guy up because it's winding me up. Whoa, that was juddery. What the hell's going on there? That's better. Whoa, still growing. Okay. So in fact, was that my fault? Let's just run the simulation again. It broke down, but I don't... just make the cells smaller than a tile if you want to do slopes. Maybe. I mean, you can do it as a stepped thing. Yes, you could. So if I don't interact with it, is the system going to push things through? No, that was fairly stable. It was only me mucking around that caused problems. Okay, well, I'm all right. I'm quite liking that. Hey. That is interesting. So I'm gonna replace this. So I'm gonna switch the collisions, right? Because one of the things I did, if we look at tiled, I've got two sets of collision shapes. I've got the chain, which is just an outline. And then I've also got the... You can't see this selection very well. This is rubbish. Yeah, so I put these in as solid shapes. So I can use either. So I'll do create world from map instead of from the chains. Oh, okay. Why does that not work? Create world from map. Because commented it out. Yep, that won't help. Right, so that's not a slope anymore. Eek. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Let's go and put that there. And that... no, how do I edit this? Nope. What's going on here? Edit polygons. Why can't I change this? Okay, I was just clicking the wrong thing because I'm a prat. Right, anyway, we've made that tool. Re-export it. Rerun. There we go. I only need to add some offset into the system so that things, when they spawn, they butt others around. So what I need to do now is to see if this is more stable. I suspect it will than the polyline. So yeah, so because this now has thickness. In fact, you can make it even thicker. Whoa, that's exciting. Even thicker. All right, let's go back here. Now that's interesting. This is a more stable simulation. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Oh gosh, guys, how about fluid simulation? Oh man, how about a fluid simulation? Let's just keep these spheres small. But how impractical is it to treat water as just a selection of these and then of small balls? Water, I know. Body.setBullet might help with stability, useful for fast moving objects. So what you could do is, in a solver, is get the list of where all the water particles are, okay, and draw them in a mesh, and then you could, Well, you'd need to jitter these actually, so they'd eventually settle lower than what they are. It doesn't help having that in the way, does it? Let's draw that behind. In fact, I'm actually going to tone down that background because it's beginning to annoy me a bit. Let's try that. Hello, XP coin. There we go. And now we can't see the balls because they're sodding black. Well done, you silly muppet. Yellow square game. Yeah, it's what everyone's been crazy for. It's interesting that the system has that sort of stability that that actually, given the same numerical, the X value is the same, they do actually stack, you know. I'm going to check how to turn the friction, change the friction on that. Where do we set this? Static body, add polygon, set density. Your dynamic body's friction. So the fixture changes the friction. All right, let's look at that. Thanks, Hillzone 01. Shape set friction. So it's done on the shape. Okay. High friction indicates a rough surface. Okay, so let's go and set these frictions to 0. Right, it's lying. It says it's shape set friction. Sorry, let me go and have a look. Removed in love. Oh, it's fixture set friction. Yeah, alright. Alright, great. Smashing super. Hello, Soup World. Right. Yeah, where do I up the gravity? So they're not actually really settling in as nearly as satisfying manner as I'd hoped. That's not good. Right, let's see how fast that makes gravity. Okay. So you probably want, if you want a water simulation, you probably want their mass to be quite high. That was good. That was good. I can squash it down, but they pop back up because this is such a thick surface. I suspect if I push them, yeah, left or right, it won't be quite as good. Yeah, that's just stuck now. But that kind of counts as water, he says. Talking rubbish. Gradius 5 had a kind of fluid simulation. Gradius 5 is one of the best shoot 'em ups of all time. Gradius 5. Long play. Let's go and find it. Oh, gets it first time. So the way the way this works, I'm pretty sure, is that it's a particle system, right? And then they merge it together in that mesh thing that I was talking about. But it works pretty well. Okay, here we go. So you can actually shoot it as well. So it does knock down. But it generally settles, and I suspect it's similar to what I've got there, and these things can push it and it will wobble down. It's interesting, isn't it, that it's not settling. It's kind of doing the same mistake that I just saw in Box 2D. What's the betting it's Box 2D? And even though these fog, you know, because they can render it with some kind of variation, but some variance from away from where the actual particle itself is in the physics system. And that doesn't matter because it's all a bit imprecise. And look, this will now fall down and stuff. There was one stuck up there. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty convinced. There we go. It's knocked it. Yeah, that looks pretty damn cool, actually. So, JS. Thank you. All right, for the follow. It's going to squish. Come on, get through. And then later on in the level, look, it starts to tilt. Yeah, this is Box 2D. That's quite cool. That is pretty darn cool. Sorry, reminiscence. Yep, look, it's bundling through. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have written their own physics sim for this, but and again, they're playing to the strengths. Like, they've made it gassy, so the imprecisions don't really matter. It's not like there's a hard edge on there. Whoa, it's gonna squish. Man, if you haven't played Gradius 5, it's awesome. And I don't really like bullet hell games. They go a bit crazy. Whoa. That is fantastic. Right. So what did I do for the set mass thing? It is the body. Fart gas avoidance simulator. So let's see about setting the mass higher. I don't know whether that's going to make any difference, but the lighter it is, the less... To be honest, changing them... is it settling? I wouldn't class that as a settle. Not really. Yeah, that would actually be quite rubbish as a fluid simulator. Let's set the mass down to 0.1. Let's see how that goes. It's doing exactly the same thing. Presumably because they've all got the same mass, so it's not really making any difference. Okay, well, I tried it. I thought it might have made a difference. I'll go home unhappy. What a prat. Set friction. If we do friction 1, I dread to think what this is going to look like. It looks identical. Or is it? It should actually make a bit more of a tower. It did. It didn't make much difference at all. So does this have restitution in it while I'm playing around? Shape get restitution. High restitution. Do we have numbers? And it's done on the shape. No, it's not. Oh. Restitution. Does it not set this at all? Fixture set restitution. Okay. So I'm playing around because I don't really know how these impact impact it. So I'm just trying around. Well, apparently that was a restitution of 0.1. Let's get rid of the set mass thing. So I don't know what the default will be. Doesn't look very bouncy, so let's set the restitution even lower, and then I'll do a really high one. It's not looking that bouncy to me. I don't know, is 10 big? Is 100 big? Who knows? Whoa! 100 is very big. It just bounced back. So restitution is probably how much is a damping figure. So maybe 1 over 1 is insane. Okay, yeah. We've definitely got something there. Whoa! Whoa! Well, who cares if it's water or not? That's great. It's just insane. Yeah, water doesn't really do that, does it? Anyway, okay, so water has its own simulation, whatever. It kind of doesn't matter. Like somewhere on the internet, there'll be a 2D water simulator library, and we can tie it all in together. It'll be great. Everyone will be happy until it all goes wrong. Trying to mix. Right, there. Check that out. Ah, it was. Oh, this is where objects get set to be asleep if they haven't moved much. Yeah, that's now permanently set asleep. I can't do anything to it. But then again, mathematical water can suddenly explode. Yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah. I mean, I would obviously do something that's a bodge and isn't really a problem. What I will say is choosing that red colour is really doing my head in. So, there we go. So what we can do, if we change some of the rendering. And this is our water fountain. Is that a bubble bath? How does that look? Yeah. I mean, you could actually have this as like lava or something, and then you see where my player is. If you constantly, if you were to constantly do this, in fact, look, that looks like a wave, well, it kind of looks like a wave. Yeah, that looks foam party. Alright. Okay, so I've satisfied stuff myself. Yeah, I'll have to do something about that. What's your goal with this? Are you just testing Love 2D or do you plan on making a game with it? I want to make a little demo, but I'm having fun mucking about. I'm enjoying mucking about at the moment. Yeah, we got a problem in that I managed to... Oh, that was interesting. Something else. Unrelated. Got it alive. Oh, I managed to push some out of the system. Sorry. Wilson BDB, thank you very much. So I suspect there's a better way of dealing with this. Oh, we've already got a game here, which is called Get the Balls in the Right Place. No one's ever done that before as a game. Yeah, all right. Scratch my head. We'll leave that for the time being. So, I would need to write my own collision detection stuff. Now, I was working, but you know, before I put the physics stuff in, I did have an alternate control scheme in, and that works. Oh man, if you could have like shaders with edge renderers on stuff like this, oh, you could do some cool plasma effects. I am being a wombat. It is interesting sort of getting an insight into how this... There we go. How this works. 2D golf game. Right. What do I do next? Bearing in mind it's 11 o'clock at night. I should probably do some reading up on... equations of motion and stuff. I do want my physics to be frame rate independent. Has anyone said a solution to the jittery background? Massey? No, not that I know of. Let me go and stick it. Where was it? See if you guys can see it on stream. Oh, you know what? It's perfectly smooth now. Great. So I suspect it was something to do with my computer or my driver or something like that. That is perfectly smooth. This is running at 60 frames a second as it should do. I can't see any jitter now. You guys might do on the stream, but it looks perfect. All the volumetric stuff that's never going to work out in 3D is actually feasible sometimes. 2D is like easy mode. Yes. It's not smooth. No. That's just because the stream you're receiving is not quite 60 frames a second. I don't even know what the bandwidth is. Maybe it's still low. Let me just check. Yeah, I do try and stream at 60 frames a second, but it just doesn't work. I'm not dropping frames, no. The streaming service probably is. Or maybe it's my stream machine. Poor little thing. Right. I'm sorry, I'm pausing because I'm kind of excited about that. I would have to do something like one of the things that's learnt from here is that if you make it dynamic or a sensor, how to prevent things being pushed through others. I don't know. At the end of the day, I was prepared to deal with the compromise of your character couldn't interact with anything physical anyway. So the fact that this does kind of work is cool. Oh, come on, you sods. There we go. Everything's back together. Right. Even if that was just a background effect, you can see that there's cool things there to use. Right. What do I want to do? I don't know. I don't actually know. I wanted... Do you know what? I'm liable to actually just pack up in a bit because I've had a long day and I've done 2 loads of exercise today. I went to the gym and I was jogging. So I'm feeling sorry for myself. So what I might do instead is actually stop streaming game development and go and switch over to playing, because I've got 2 Kickstarter games that were finished recently, and I've never played them. So I might do that. Let me go and have a look. See what the games are. I could do half an hour of playing games. So we've got Moonlighter. No, Wizards. What? Sods. So one of them is Greedy Guns. Kickstarter. Did I show this the other day? Let's have a look. This is one of the games that I helped on Kickstarter. It's a Metroidvania. Now, somewhere along the lines, I didn't pick up that the graphics were very Flash-like, as I discussed the other day. But we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It's probably a good game. Look at that scaling. You lucky people. Oh, that's cute. And that gives me a chance to go and find out what the other game was. I could have sworn Cuphead is still the king. Yes, it is. I could have sworn I had another game, and I can't find it. Damn it. No. Okay. Right, Greedy Guns it is. Let's go and install some Greedy Guns. Guns of the Greedy Guns. I don't actually know how to to do this. So let's go and... Okay, so guys, I'm definitely going to stream again because I want a break. I should be back tomorrow, hopefully streaming. But I won't promise anything because I am Mr. Unreliable. Alright. Stream. Greedy. Nope, there's no... right. Greedy Guns. Alright, let's go and install this and everything. But I've got to work out how to get my key. How do I get my key? How do I get my key? Your key is the mail. Okay. I'm waiting for my... Let's change this so I can look at my emails. Hello, Skello. But not Mario speedruns, yes. Isn't the other game called No Man's Sky? No! I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right. I found it, and you guys are not going to be able to enter it before me. That would be awful. Oh, it's beta testing. Okay. Alright. Am I going to start... No, not RuneScape. I know some people who work there. Oh, worked there. It was a while ago. Right. Greedy Guns. Install. It's 1 gig. What? What the hell? Why would it be one gig? When is the No Man's speed run? That's awful idea. Awful idea. We can't see it. No, it's. I'm installing it at the moment, so we can't see it. I can't see it either. What is it installing? Portal Knights was installed. Counter-Strike Go. When did these all get installed? Right, here we go. I have no idea if it's keyboard or it's probably got joypad, and I don't know where my uncompressed audio files. Yeah, I get fed up with that. Hey, right. What do we learn about this? That it's Unity. Graphics quality, fantastic. Alright, good luck me. Wait, what game? We couldn't see the Steam key. Good, good. That wasn't accidental. Where did it go? There we go. Right. Options. I always find options the most exciting thing, but there's no audio. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Should we have a look at credits? Am I on there? Oh, you can't speed it up. Yes, you can. Well, somewhere I'm on here. Probably. Possibly. Oh, I won't have a picture because I'm not special. Oh, come on. Where's my name? Do I not get my name? Do I not get my name? I must be gutted. I'm not on here. Okay, I didn't back it. Or I didn't get the right thing. I just guessed that I would be on there. But fortunately, it's not alphabetical, so that helps. Cheers, guys. I've never seen my name in credits before. No, that's not true. No, it must have been only over a certain amount. Does that just keep looping? Yeah, it does. Alright, new game. What's the game? Oh, come on. Right. How do I shoot? Oh. Ah. There's quite a lot of bullets going on there. Nothing gets past Rob. Rob the Violent, as I like to not call me. So mouse control here. X or E? Yeah, what does that do? Okay, so that builds up over time. I can see it in the not very useful so that's a bit rubbish, right? This fills up, and I've got no way of spotting that. Oh, okay, we'll destroy that then. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, sorry, I was complaining because this refill, it doesn't. It's a classic thing. Is just because it's in the top corner, it's got poor contrast. I can't tell when it refills. I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. Let's see if anything happens to the player. Yeah, there's this kind of effect. Earlier that day. So it's nice and bright. It's colourful. That's good. That's good. We're happy. I'm going to turn the lights off. Let's get some atmosphere. Oh, yeah. So this is what we were talking about the other day. It's an alright thing. Your goal is to neutralise a primordial creature northeast from here. Northeast. We're in 2D. Oh. Yeah, I haven't got it set up to come through. Yeah, so I'll turn that up. That's probably the best you'll get. Yeah, so it's a nice enough... it is nice looking, but it's not the style that I would make for a game. That's just me. Okay, so clearly I've got to go this way. Look, there's a big arrow. Double jump. So, what I was talking about for my game with the life, if we look here, if we stand still, what's moving here? And the answer is just that. That's it. And that's the bit, that's what I'd like to change. I'd like the world to look rich and varied and animated. It's interesting that this is giving me instructions on how to shoot now when the intro I already had to shoot, but okay. So I didn't even know if I had to shoot them, I just decided to because I'm a mass murderer. Whoa! Alright. Oh, the game's still playing. So it was minimized, but it was still playing. Yeah, I was just checking if that was insta-death. Hello, Load Claw. Alright, see you, Black Bods. Do I need all this money? I'm collecting it because I can't help myself. It's probably worth as much as £1 after Brexit, so it's not really worth collecting. Oh, that's a 99 host, by the way, Load Claw. That's slightly insane. Oh no, it's not insane at all. That's a clear, clearly the wrong use of the word insane. It's a very nice thing to do. Maybe I need to change the mouse sensitivity. You guys probably thought you were hosting a game development stream. Now it's all wrong. I do like, clearly the numbers are skewed. I do like the idea that, imagine you're on a planet. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a hostile planet or not, but you just run around shooting blindly. There's something pretty nasty about that. Like, there's nothing makes it worth my while not to shoot everything. That's interesting. This color scheme. So, okay, game design analysis. I wasn't even sure I could jump on this because it was the same color as the background, whereas this green is distinct. But yeah, there we go. We can jump on it. So it's as if there's going to be gating going on there. Oh, can I jump there? No. Let's go this way. I'm probably going to get a high jump. Oh, you swine. I like that. I want that. This is my Kickstarter thingy, JD. I know, but I haven't set up the...
Turn the bass down.
Yeah, all right. I'll turn the bass down.
Go bed.
That sounds so tinny and rubbish.
You mean that's your Kickstarter? Turn the bass down.
All right. This is something I backed on Kickstarter. This place is quite big, so if you feel lost, just press escape to open the map.
Just go bed.
You're going to bed?
No, I'm so sleepy.
Yeah, I'll come to bed soon. That's why I'm playing a game, so I can wrap up my brain.
I can't press this button.
No, you can't. You don't press that key. You don't even know what it's just made a screenshot. She's easily pleased. No, stop. It did. Well done. Right, let's carry on. No, you don't. Stop taking screenshots. No one's ever going to look. Whoa.
Let's see how many screenshots until I fill your computer up and it runs out of memory.
Guys, if anybody wants to take a slightly silly Jodie, I will gladly ship her away. I'll even do it recorded delivery. Jodie, will you cut that out? No, space makes me jump. That's not actually a bad. Well, it could be a bad thing.
Shocked if I press spacebar.
Yeah, that's too much like doing something useful. No, don't press it while I'm trying to play. If I die, not only will I blame you for this, but I'll also blame you for, like, if the bank loses any money or if it's cold tomorrow. I will blame you for everything. Whoa,
I don't like this game that much.
Really? Even with pressing space? Thanks. Haha. Right. I haven't told her it's 2-player. So what about this game is non-generic? Why did you back it? Because they had the keyword Metroidvania. That's it, Metroidvania. And I think at the time the graphics style made me think it was more blocky than this. But I'm not going to complain. Whoa, that's just... drama. So they've got some... The character artwork is high quality. This is about the gameplay style I like, rather than the look. Actually, I'm shouting because the music's quite loud, so you can pick it up. I hope I don't need to shout, so I'll try talking quieter. So, on the plus side, even if I don't like the style, it is bright and colourful. And that's something that is lacking from a lot of games, so... It's desperately lacking a lighting model. Hello there. Hello, Bartwee. That's what I would call a not very secret. Am I supposed to do something? Oh, it's just a heal. Okay, that's just a healing thing. So far we've got fairly linear levels, which actually from... Oh, we've got a bit of a zoom. Which from Super Metroid, that wasn't the case. The levels were never linear. I knew that was going to happen. Now, come on. I thought you said licking. Oh, bad. Right. So, guys, I mean, obviously you're not playing it, and you're watching somebody who's not very good at playing it play it, but what do you think of this? What do you think about the look? I got a quarter of a gem. Okay, that was fairly arbitrary. Whoa! Okay, I should have shot them first. Happy flap. Hello there. It's not good enough for today's standards. Yeah, it's got... I mean, I'm assuming I'm not the only one who has a particular style he likes, and this isn't it. But I mean, actually, it's bright and it's colourful. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh no, I survived. I'm a genius. But the animation's nice. Oh. So I'm not... I like twin stick shooters, going back to sort of Super Smash TV and stuff, but I'm not used to the mouse controls. I guess that's just something I'm not very good at. Now let's go this way. Oh yeah. Kind of looks like a Game Jam game that they made it longer and fixed some stuff. Yeah, I don't know how big the team is, actually. I should use the store and buy a better weapon. Do I actually have a choice? Is that it? Can I buy that? I don't know. Where's my money? Oh, up there. Oh, gosh darn it. Someone give me some more money. Now you would have to add the secret sauce. Well, this goes back to like atmosphere. You know, when I say I want to add a real world and I want to add loads of detail, what I mean is I'm looking for a different sort of atmosphere that rises above and beyond just the textures. So, for example, even having these light beams to me is actually, that's the start of something. Well, there's no way I'm going to survive this. I can't even see my mouse cursor. Oh, actually, I can. They don't come into the corner. Look at that. I venture out of my corner, and that's what happens. I must have... Oh, no. That didn't give me hardly any money. You tight-fisted gits. Oh, is this... Am I going to have to do it again? No. But yeah, like it's got parallax. It's got some nice. Oh, sugar. Oh, you're joking. Maybe this is just to get loads of money. And they're just being nice. I can't remember how much I needed. Oh, I should actually keep an eye out. I didn't... Yeah. Yeah, so I would... Oh, look at that. I've lost all my money. Damn you to hell. So I would like this to have had loads more stuff like I don't know, shiny moss, stuff dripping off the walls. I don't know. Oh yeah, animated grass would help. Yeah, I mean, I think we're at the stage now where you kind of like that kind of animation is probably just the minimum expected, right? Like, I stand still and that could be a screenshot. So Rob, you're going to learn art stuff? No, probably not. But that's why when I'm doing the game myself, like to do a temporary art set, that it will be pixelated, because I can do a better job pixelated than anything like this. Oh yeah, sorry, I want to go and buy a bigger gun, don't I? Yeah, I want to buy a bigger gun. I want to buy someone a gun so big that I can shoot the moon in the face. So the point about making detailed worlds is that no part of the graphics actually needs to have such high fidelity. You kind of overwhelm from... Choose a slot. Okay. Is that rapid? Oh, okay, so it changes your gun, alright. Alright, cool. Orshi, am I on hiatus from Diorama? Yes, for a bit, yes. I is having a break. The game's not juicy enough. Yeah, I mean, like, it would be interesting to have a chat to the guys that wrote this, because they're inspired by Metroid. Whoa, that's like many coins. So they're inspired by Super Metroid, okay. They're clearly technically and artistically able to do a good product, but we haven't yet got any kind of Metroid vibe or anything. Maybe they didn't want to do it. I suppose they're allowed to make the game they want, of course. But it's interesting that one of the things to do with Castlevania and Super Metroid is that they have great atmosphere. And so far, this is just you running around a level. No, I think we're not talking about artistic ability so much as art direction, right? Oh, I can't be bothered to chase him. That's lucky. I'm going towards my objective. I didn't realise. It was interesting that the guy said it's northwest or northeast from here. It's like, but that doesn't make sense. Yeah, can you let me through, please? Am I supposed to just run? Because I'm dying. I don't know. NPC seems slightly fuzzy. Very strict pattern would make them very fun. Well, yeah. So this is kind of cute, this sort of section. Oh. Gaming keyboard, my backside. Unlike Metroid, I haven't yet found anything secret so far. I get the Newgrounds vibe, yeah. Oh, I want to go this way. Okay, boss fight. It's an interesting thing. Personally, every time I've thought about doing a Metroidvania game, the focus hasn't been on the combat, because that's not really what makes Metroidvania games. Yes. Oh, I have to shoot it. So this is beta. I wonder if they're going to update it, because that is a very undramatic collection screen. Right, I still need to go left, I think. It's a bit nicer. We've got a colour bar changing there, but it's like the old copper bars on the Amiga. Yeah, I'm on my way, guys. Oh. Yeah, I can't afford anything. I am poor. Oh, what? I thought that's where I needed to go. What? My objective? Oh, where is my objective now? What? What? You, objective. Oh, I am here. I'm assuming I have to shoot the shooty things. Or maybe they just give money. Oh, well that's just bang out of order. Okay, too many things. Right, I'm starting to get kind of a bit fuzzy-brained here. There's so much flashing light there. It's like, ah! Those platforms are the same asset scale. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Oh, I can't see my mouse cursor. I don't know where I'm shooting. Oh, that was a bit silly. Oh, dearie me. I don't have a gaming mouse. DNA. I'm here to collect DNA. Right. Hey, I can roll through mud. How is that a DNA ability? Oh, bad guy, bad guy. Oh, should I have collected that? I'm a loser. Alright. 5 more minutes. Right, back to the ship. Okay, so I'll be revisiting this because that's the class. See, one of the things I remember from Super Metroid was that the progression blockers, there were 2 types of progression blockers. Ones that weren't obvious, and you didn't really know until you got the new ability and you're like, oh, hang on, that unlocks this. But you didn't realise it was a barrier. And then there's the coloured doors, which were weapons based, but they quickly got out of the way. Apart from the Super Bomb ones in Metroid. They weren't as obvious as this. I hope like all of the progression blockers aren't as obvious. Because it's nicer to be surprised. Okay, I still can't get through that. Oh no! I'm gonna have to do something different. Yeah, I can't get up there. Let's just shoot because maybe I'll meet something. Oh, is that going to be it? Oh, I was hoping that was a secret bit. That guy's playing his own game with his own collectibles. Hey? What have I missed? It's the magic platforms. Oh, the guy from after the boss. All right. So I do quite like scaling stuff. I know what I'll do. I'll send the Jehovah's Witnesses round and distract him with talk. That'll work. Oh. Yeah, don't do that. I hope you realised. Don't do that. So that's interesting. So I wonder if... oh. Okay. Alright, maybe I'm supposed to roll through it. Yeah. Didn't want to risk it. I'd already been a prat several times. Perhaps if I shoot it in the face. So they've got some, the way that, this is definitely not, this is I don't know what the word would be, this is definitely an action kind of Metroidvania rather than an exploration one. I think explorations will happen here. I don't know if anything was supposed to happen there, but... Yes, this is almost more like Metal Slug style of setting up showpiece battles and stuff. Yeah. You can't fool me. Yeah, I still haven't found any secrets yet. So they might... Whoa... In your face. I wonder what the kind of relationship is between whatever that creature was and this thing. Like, was this like his best mate and you've killed him and this is now so sad he's going to go and prepare a speech for the funeral? That's why that tentacle disappears. Or is he the bodyguard and he's like, oh, I'm not getting paid anymore. Oh, there's something up there. It's as if there's something up there. Yeah, so one of the things I liked about Super Metroid that was actually really clever, right? So most of you can understand the idea of if you've got a horizontal room level, whatever you want to call it, then the camera only scrolls left to right, and also if you've got a vertical level, it will scroll. It will scroll vertically, and if you've got, whoa, I have to run fast. Okay, let's not quite. And if it's a bigger rectangle, then it'll scroll up, down, left, right. What Super Metroid did, which was pretty cool, was actually it didn't just clamp the camera to the limits of the level. So in some of the rooms, they clearly set it up to be something different. Set the shapes up to be different. What it meant was that you could have the camera make it look like you'd reached the end of a room, but then if you shot a wall, then the camera would then scroll because the camera had been told, okay, they've got rid of this hidden wall, so the room is now bigger. Oh, it just ran out there. Okay, so I need more time. I've always wanted to do that. I always think it's pretty... it's a great way, but because we're so used to how cameras work in these sorts of games to denote the end of the room, that it kind of ruined it, which was great. Hey, I'm a hero. In your face, ugly. Yeah, that's not really cool. That's not really that much gameplay, is it? By shooting something standing still. Oh, what? Arrgh. All right. Oh, just made it, and that's actually irrelevant. Where do I go? I can't, I can't go there anyway. So there must be something else down here. What have I missed? I've missed just walking right. Okay, I need that speed. Oh yeah. Come on, let's jump into the unknown. Yeah, I love leaps of faith. So there's going to be another one, clearly. Or maybe that's just if you want to go back. Shoot you in the face. Give me all of that. Do I even want to go this way? I actually don't know. I think you just need to continue on the right. Oh, I catch that a bit too late because I'm a prat. Yeah, we've had no secret rules yet. I want my secrets. Nope, still nothing there. Oh, come on. But, I'm enjoying this. I mean, it's got just about the right amount of needing to shoot someone in the face until they are dead. And, but I'll say one thing, it doesn't massively make me want to explore this, because it feels like it's, what we're looking at here is one fight after another. There's a few options. Oh. Yeah, I'm going a long way away. So much for going back to... Oh, I don't know what that is. Low rate of fire, big damage. Oh yeah, I forgot. I even forgot I had the other weapon. What? Finally a secret. Well, the game's... Damn you. What is that supposed to be? The only thing I don't like about this game really is there's no teasel in it. So I've probably found the one secret area of the game. No, I'm sure there's more. Oh, I'm getting lazy. I'm getting tired. Oh yeah, I pressed the wrong key there. It's a Rob statue, yes. Oh, come on, die. Oh. I think they're going to ask for this game to be speedrun. Oh. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. It's, I don't know, it's an alright game. Oh, I'm in trouble now. The one thing I'm very sensitive to, apart from the graphics, is the music. Like, do the developers have any other games under their belt? I don't know. I'm going to turn that volume down. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I'm not accurate enough. I'll give it one more go, and then, I could go back the other way. There's a thing to do with the game design here, right? So when you've got branches in an open world game, which this kind of is, you know, you've got to know when you want to give them a wide number. Oh, yeah, I'm in trouble. When you want the choices, it's like a maze. Do you have lots of choices, but they're very short? You know, going to a dead end is quite quick, and that's quite an important thing because whenever you have a quick dead end, you end up not being scared of experimenting. Whereas this feels like this is the right way to go, just because. Oh, come on. He just appeared under me. Alright, one more. Because I am untrustworthy. Haha, in your face. I very much mean it, in your face. Oh, whoops. Okay, so that was a bit awkward. I had my mouse in the right position, but with the... yeah, the screen scrolled down a bit. So it meant it wasn't shooting where I wanted it to. I mean, fair play to them. This might be a bit easier with a joystick, which I do have. I just can't be bothered to find one right now. Yeah, same thing happened there. I forgot to adjust for it. Right, now some appeared underneath me, didn't they? Yeah, that's a bit of a cheap shot in my considered opinion, which isn't very considered. I just feel cheated. Yeah, this is quite awkward with the mouse. Because I'm trying to shoot that guy, but I'm moving. It scrolls. So that's an interesting kind of game design issue, which I think is... it's not their fault. I think you could moderate it with how much it scrolls. Why do I want to go here? Oh, well, I want to get my health back. No, that's all dead ends. It's a maze. It's a maze. Oh, I've just realised if I die now, I've got a whole heap of the level to redo. Probably a bit too much for my liking. So please don't die, Rob. Ah, interesting. Right, how do I deal with this? Okay, that was a bit trial and error-y. Oh, hang on, he's chatting. I was feeling a bit claustrophobic for it. Yes, I was. How much further until we reach the ship, boss? Yeah, see, I've already given up caring about money. He says as he hits something that sells me. Good timing, good timing. Right. Okay, so I still can't buy another gun. That's, the money is not interesting me now. So what'll happen? Oh, we've got a boss. Whoa. I should, of course, be rolling my way around this, but I'm forgetting. Oh, what? Thanks for that, mate. Right, where have I gone back to? Right. So I'm not even really concentrating, I'm just mostly standing still and finding bits where I don't have to dodge too much. I don't mind that. This is one of the reasons why I like the Zelda games, or at least the later ones, which is, do you know what, it's actually quite rare to die in them. You just feel like there's always just enough challenge. Whoa! Where the hell did you guys come from? Oh, next one's going to kill me. Oh, come on. Shall I have another go? Come on, buy me something. No, okay, so I'm going to save that. So I guess the moral of the story is don't do what I'm doing here, which is jump up on the platforms. Yeah, man. Oh, jumped instead of rolled there. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, I should actually shoot things, shouldn't I? That would be good. Not before I've gone and collected money needlessly, because it's there. Right. No, there's another round. Okay. Oh, and they're big ones. Oh, no. I jumped instead. I jumped. Rob plays worse. Right, I'm going to do it this turn, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'll show you doubters, you evildoers and naysayers of justice. Look at that. Barely doing anything. I'm just killing them all. Look, I see. That's what I meant by not getting hit. I choose when I get hit. That's how good I am. Oh, you're kidding. That health that I... If you shoot those, it drops something that takes your health up, but it disappears after a time. I thought it would just sit there. Well, Who's the fool now? Oh, me. Oh yeah, shooting people in the face. One more hit and I'm dead. Must remember not to jump. Oh, come on, that has to be it. Yes. Whoo! It doesn't disappear. You keep blasting it early in the fight. Oh, I'm an idiot then. And that can't possibly be. Oh, it is true. All right, fair enough. Right. So one of my criticisms of, and this is really harsh, of like what I would class as flash-based games, is that the jumping feels really imprecise, and it did then as well. I am going to get a full one of these things, whichever one of those things is. So I haven't read anything to so I don't know what's going to happen to this game. Well, because this is beta testing, right? So maybe they're going to add loads more polish or graphics or levels or something. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. Nothing. This looks like where the end of the game is. So that's probably a tribute to the Super Metroid statues. That's my guess. Oh, it's the Git boy. Come on, you Git. I'm going to shoot you in the face, mate. I wouldn't say creepy. Okay, I have no idea what that... Okay, let's give up and move on up. But I've been playing this for what, over an hour, so I'm clearly enjoying it. Hey, we got the frogs. Everyone loves it. Another good screenshot game. How do you mean? Because I'm really naive on these things. I don't keep up to date of the current angry mob mentality. So what are we referring to here with another screenshot? Oh, you massive git. This is a bit too intense for me. I'm old. I'm a bit rubbish. My eyes are knackered. And I can't really keep up with this. It's pretty exhausting for me. That was a hopeful jump. Go to bed. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm nowhere near Nowhere near am I? I'm not even bothering to like, I'm just trying to run through these. Come on, I can do this. Next death and I go home. Whoa. No. Am I missing something? Like, because... Am I supposed to be able to buy more stuff? Because it ain't happening. Oh, I'm not going to enjoy this. Oh, you're sodding crapping me, right? Oh, at least I restarted there, so I don't feel... Oh, that was a mistake. Looks good on pictures, videos, but repetitively boring. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, like, for me, one of the things is how to... It's like this... I haven't played enough, right? So I don't want to say too much, but the areas do look different. They certainly do. But do they feel different? Well, they got different aliens, but like with Super Metroid, I remembered there were cold areas with a certain type of scenery. You'd get dark rooms where the aliens would be lights, and if you shocked them, yeah, it is more like Contra. The reason it's Metroidvania, the Metroid inspiration comes from there are certain bits that are. I'm going to gain extra powers, which means I can come back. Whoa, they're pretty tough, these guys. I'm not actually sure. That's pretty... I'm struggling to kill them. Am I supposed to retreat in the full disarray? Yeah, probably. You massive pig. Yeah, as long as I sort of jump when... Oh, nearly. I was nearly suckered onto that, you wily, foxy wile. Oh. I knew it was there. Promise. Alright, I will give up. I'm going to give up. Let's go and check these guys out, shall we? So, I think that was all right. A Metroidvania inspired by Metal Slug. Oh well, I did mention that. Maybe I'd already read that from. All right, let's put me back in my corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins. They both existed. One was the sequel to the other. And here's Jodie's the screenshot uploader. Jodie's got all those screenshots which are identical. Thanks, Jodie. I love you. Let's have a look. Is a greed-filled Metroidvania for you to explore and survive, inspired by classic games like Gunstar Heroes, Super Metroid, Metal Slug. Yeah, so that's probably the pitch that got me, because Super Metroid and Metal Slug are great. Gunstar Heroes is supposed to be like one of the best on the Mega Drive, but I think by Treasure, but I didn't play it. What did they get? Yeah. They are lucky they didn't get PS Vita and PS4. That's crazy. So what did I get? Access to a featured YouTube version. I don't know. Maybe I just did the basic one. I suppose I can find out. I'm not going to. Right, guys. Anyway, let's just confuse anybody who's still watching by setting the lights to change colour. So, I'm going to go to bed. I've got to have a read and a think about physics and stuff. Yeah. I'm fairly positive about this. I mean, let's be blunt, right? Go on, let's be blunt. You know, this is basically 2 days' work or 2 evenings' work. And actually, there's something there. Ripping decent graphics actually helps. So if I replace that with a Super Mario sprite, you'd be like, oh wow, game. But that's pretty good. Where are you on Unity 3D? I'm probably not going to go back to Unity until I've taken this demo a bit further. I don't really see the point, because the reason I was looking at Unity was to try and get a feel for it. I think I understand enough of the basics of it that I probably don't need to look into it more. But I know that this is more suitable for what I'm mucking around with at the moment. So get over there, you swine. Right, this is a game in itself. Like, it's called Get the Physics Working. No, not that way. Come on, you can do this, Rob. Concentrate, be a hero. All right, guys, who to host? Oh, you can't see my screen. I was prattling around. That's what I was looking at. I'm playing the Yellow Superstar game. This is the Mario the Lost levels. And when we say lost, we mean they were deliberately ditched because they were rubbish. So, yeah. Guys, who to host? Who's streaming? Let's go and have a look. Is Loadclaw streaming? No, he's not. Oh, let's go and have a look at game development, seeing as that's what I should actually do. Unicorn Dev, Jessica Mac, Lumpy Touchgun, X-Ray, Wizard Foo. Wizard Foo, I thought his game cropped up. Actually, that was the other one I thought. Songbringer. Yeah, it was. Oh, okay, it wasn't Kickstarter. It wasn't Kickstarter. So, Songbringer. So, I'm going to go and host this guy because he's doing a game with a lot of life and stuff. So, it'll be Floating Cup of Wii Simulator coming soon to Steam. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I love each and every one of you, but only if you've got an odd number of letters in your surname. All right? It's very specific. Work it out. See you guys. Oh, it's returned. Yeah, Loadclaw, that was deliberately for you and your surname.